What's up, guys? Welcome back to Country Bunkers Trains. Hope you're doing well. Hope you've been having a good week. A very big welcome to all of our new subscribers. Thank you guys for joining us. I hope you're enjoying the videos and the channel. We've got a great one lined up for today, a personal favorite. Today we're going to be checking out this MTH Premier Fantasy Pennsylvania W-1 or W-1 Cascade, as it's become to be known, electric engine. Check this beautiful behemoth out. As I say, this one has quickly become one of my personal favorites. This is a recent arrival here to the train room. We picked this one up several weeks back at the Spring York TCA show. And ever since we've been home, I don't think it's left the tracks. I picked this thing up with, I think, only 16 minutes of runtime, and I know for certain it now has several hours on it. But I love the hell out of it. As you guys, I'm sure you know me, big, beautiful, unique, kind of oddball engines is right up my alley. So yeah, I'm all over this thing. Some quick stats and history before we jump into this beautiful model on the real W-1 Cascade. There were only two W-1s built, and they were built for the Great Northern Railroad in 1947 by GE. These were cab numbers 5018 and 5019. These two engines were built to run on the 73-mile-long run of electrified tracks through the Cascade Mountains, hence the Cascade name. They were powered by two W-1 motor generators, making a total of 5,000 horsepower. Both engines were retired in 1956 when the electrified lines were turned off in lieu of diesel power. Engine 5019 was scrapped in 1959, and Engine 5018 was sold to the Union Pacific in 1960. The body was repurposed and rebuilt to be used in the experimental coal turbine number 80, eventually getting scrapped later on due to being unsuccessful. Moving back to our MTH model, obviously what makes this a fantasy engine is being a Pennsylvania engine. The Pennsy never had any W-1 electrics, only the Great Northern. But the cool thing about being here in the O-gauge or O-scale world, we're not tied down to having to be realistic or absolutely prototypical on everything. In fact, Lionel is very well known for their fantasy engines. MTH usually sticks more to being prototypical, but obviously, of course, every once in a while they do offer one. I know a lot of people kind of frown upon fantasy engines, whereas many others enjoy them quite a bit. Me personally, I'm not a big railroad history buff or rail fan, but I do tend to lean more towards being realistic and prototypical. I don't have a whole lot of fantasy stuff, but I could definitely look past that for this engine. This fits it quite well, I do believe. I could see this really running on the Pennsylvania Railroad alongside the GG1s and whatnot. I think it fit it quite well. But with that being said, I do draw the line somewhere. I'm going to probably upset a few people, but me personally, that Fantasy Lionel Challenger, the hot dog that they call it, I think, the brown and yellow, I'm sorry, that thing is hideous in my opinion. You'll never see me owning one of them, but hey, if it fits you and you enjoy it, all the power in the world to you. But for this one, like I say, yeah, I love it. I think it fits it quite well. This MTH Premier Pennsy W-1 Cascade was offered in the 2004 Volume 1 catalog. It was delivered in March of the same year. This is actually one of the very first engines that came equipped with the Protosound 2 3-volt system, as this was the first year it was fully introduced. Can't go wrong there. This engine sports remote-controlled proto-couplers on each end, metal chassis, two precision flywheel-equipped motors, illuminated number boards with directionally controlled headlights and Mars lights, metal handrails and decorative horn, lighted cab interior as well as lighted marker lights, metal body side grills, comes with die-cast truck sides and pilots with metal wheels, axles, and gears, manually adjusted operating pantographs, two engineer cab figures inside of the cab, opening cab doors. As mentioned, this one does sport Protosound 2, equipped with freight yard sound effects. The engine measures 26 inches long and comes with a minimum recommended curve of 0.72. Now guys, it is a very hard recommended minimum curve. This engine being so long will not run on anything less than 0.72. I will say, being a bit of an older gal, being an early P2 model, this one does not quite have all the fancy features and details that the newer stuff does. Like I was saying, the pantographs are not motorized, you gotta manually move them. She doesn't have a smoke unit up top or anything like that. Although personally, I kind of like that. This is less things to go wrong or to break. For the sounds, being an electric, she doesn't have a whole ton of sounds to put out. Obviously, being an electric, she just kind of quietly hums around on the track while she's running. But for typical MTH of this era, she does have some great idle sounds while sitting still. Even though the pantographs don't move, it does have the sound effect of the pantographs going up and down, and you got generators turning on and off and stuff like that, as well as the crew talk. So pretty cool while it's sitting still. But regardless, what I will say, what this might lack in features and details compared to modern day stuff, this thing more than makes up for in its sheer presence here on the layout. This massive beauty is such an impressive sight to see roaming around the layouts. Yeah, I forget everything else. This thing just looks fantastic. It really is a sight to behold. But don't take my word for it. What do you say we get to the fun stuff? Let's hook some cars up to it and get her started up and take her for a run. As always, we'll be using the extended sound sequences throughout the video, but let's go ahead and get her fired up.
You ready to go? Shoe springs and pads, check out okay. Yep, she's in good shape.
Here's the horn. And the bell. As mentioned earlier, she does have freight yard sound effects, which we'll take a listen to here in just a moment. But let's go ahead and get her moved out.
Go ahead and get ready to pull out.
Yes, sir.
Tower, this is eastbound extra, approaching the yard.
Alright, we got just what you defined, and you're cleared to proceed to track 4.
You know, it never ceases to amaze me how much tonnage this old girl can pull. Yeah, I know what you mean. Okay, we've dropped our train. We can couple onto the string of empties. Hey, are you sure you're locked on? Why don't you go back and check that knuckle? Everything looks okay back there. Never doubt the great one. Yeah, who might that be? Tower, this is westbound extra. We're ready to take this train empties back.
Okay, gentlemen, you're cleared to the main. Have a safe day.
Thank you, sir. We'll see you again soon. Take care. See you soon.
What do you guys think? Isn't she a beaut? I think she is. Like I say, I've really been enjoying it. I think after this video, though, I'm probably going to pull it off the tracks and give it a little bit of a break, find something else to run. But she's been doing fantastic. Really been enjoying the hell out of it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video on the MTH Premier Fantasy W-1 Cascade. If you did, please ensure to like, comment, and subscribe. It would be much appreciated. But anyways, guys, until next time, as always, my name is Zach, and this is Country Bunkers Trains. Y'all take care. I'll see you the next go-round.